Every year, Mom bought Savannah and me a piece of gold jewelry, saving them up for our future dowries. I'd always believed she treated my sister and me with perfect fairness, dividing everything down the middle. That illusion shattered when I overheard a snippet of conversation at the local jeweler's. "I'm telling you, this mother is something else," the clerk was saying. "She buys jewelry for both daughters every year, but one is solid gold and the other is just gold-plated." I froze. When I got home, I tried the online test I'd quickly looked up on the cuff Mom had given me last Christmas. It was solid gold. I was just starting to feel a familiar, gut-deep shame for having doubted her, for questioning the one constant in my life when her call came through. "I mixed up your bracelet with Savannah's," she said, her voice tight with a sudden urgency. "You need to switch them back right now." My throat constricted. I managed to ask, "Aren't they exactly the same, Mom? Why do they need to be switched?" The first thing I did after getting my first paycheck was drive out to the good jewelry store to pick out a necklace for Mom. Since we were kids, she had faithfully bought Savannah and me one piece of gold jewelry each year. She called them our investment pieces, our future bridal trove. Even when money was tight, and it was always tight, she never missed a year. "We don't have much, Piper," she'd always say, polishing the box, "but we can always find the money for these. They're your security. They'll make sure your in-laws never look down on you." The irony was that in all those years, she had never bought anything for herself. I was determined to change that with my first salary. I was browsing the glass cases, trying to decide between a simple chain and a pendant, when I heard the low murmur of gossip from the staff counter. "That mother is seriously something else," one voice whispered. "Buys jewelry for both daughters every year, but one is solid gold and the other is gold-plated." I stopped, the sound buzzing in my ears. I couldn't help but listen. The other sales clerk asked, curious, "How do you know that?" The first explained, "I've worked here for years. She comes in every December, she picks out the solid gold one, and then she asks us to make an exact replica that's just gold-plated silver. She says she's building a dowry for her girls." She sighed, a sound full of tired judgment. "But I guess some mothers just can't treat their children equally." My mind went blank. The situation she described, a mother buying gold jewelry for two daughters every year, but one real and one fake, why did it sound so much like my family? No, it can't be us. Mom had always insisted she treated Savannah and me with perfect parity. Besides, this store was a good 50 miles from her house. She wouldn't drive this far just for a necklace. Ma'am, how do you like this piece?" The clerk was calling me back to reality. I gave her a weak smile and tried to focus on the display, but my heart wasn't in it. The conversation kept looping in my head. I finally settled on a gold chain the clerk recommended and rushed out of the store. I drove home that weekend, eager to give Mom the necklace. When she saw me, her expression went oddly blank. "Piper, why are you here? You didn't call ahead." I wanted to surprise you, but her reaction was chilly, distant. She didn't smile, just stated flatly, "Well, you didn't tell me, so I haven't picked up any groceries. We'll have to eat something simple for dinner." I nodded, not arguing. Mom went into the kitchen, intending to make some pasta and a quick salad. Just as she started, the front door opened again. My sister's voice, bright and familiar, rang out. "Mom, I'm home." Mom instantly dropped her work and rushed out. Her face broke into a radiant smile as she looked at Savannah. "Oh, darling, you two both decided to come home today," she cooed. "Sit down, relax. Tell me what you're craving, and I'll make it for you." Savannah tossed her bag onto the sofa. "Oh, anything is fine, Mom. Don't fuss." Mom shook her head disapprovingly. "Nonsense. You work so hard. You need something hearty." She went to the refrigerator. It was fully stocked. Meats, fresh vegetables, organic eggs, everything. It was nothing like the barren kitchen she described to me just 10 minutes earlier. A profound, sickening coldness settled in my gut. Mom finally called us to the dining table. The table was laden with food, a feast of rich, savory dishes. Every single one of them was Savannah's favorite. Trying to sound lighthearted, I asked, almost joking, "I thought you said we didn't have any food, Mom. How is it that the fridge is suddenly packed